Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today I want to focus on chess calculation. Um, yeah, so when it's practical to start calculating, when it's not. So for example, now we are in a queen's, sort of a queen's gambit. Well, it could turn into a queen's gambit. And there's not much to calculate. We simply are, challenging the center, developing. Okay, he goes for the expansion. So we might play a4 to prevent b4, and there's not much calculation involved at all. There's just planning, right? So we'll continue. Let's play it simple. Our opponent is quite a, you know, he can, what's the fuck? He can play chess very decently. So, all right. And already I'm having some trouble. I'm thinking this bishop has no real future here on d6. So we might develop it here on g7. So I'm basically just planning here. Knight f3. Ah, he wants to go here, so I'm just playing knight here. Maybe bishop g7 was also fine. I'm just playing prophylactic moves. h3 maybe wants to play g4. I cannot stop him from doing that. You're not really calculating. So we continue in this fashion. Here, this pin is annoying. Let's try to get rid of it, right? There's not much to calculate. Yes, engines do, but we don't. And we might do it, but it's not for all the same reasons. Okay, so now we have this position, we have this pin here. I want to calculate b6. And why do you need to calculate this move? Because there are captures. There simply are captures, threats, things like that. So after b6, what happens? Well, you can play b5, takes. And then after this trade, he has the open file, you can also play b5 and we cannot react at all. So we do actually have to think about this and think about this very truly here. Truly. So b6, there's also c6, attacking the knight, very unpleasant move. So we might, you know, this is already a very nasty variation which I want to avoid. Um, yeah, I do want to avoid this at all costs. We might need to wait a little bit. We can also just castle. That's also a move I don't have to calculate. And let's be lazy and just do a healthy move here. So as you can see or sense is that I spent a full minute here to calculate b6. And it's not a waste of time. It feels like a waste of time, but it's not, I guess, because now I can conclude, okay, b6 is a bit annoying, or maybe not a good move because of c6. And it's still the case here. All right, so moving on. Now we can play g5, bishop g3, and play the position like that. We can also try to play c6, prevent him from playing c6, and we can prefer something like b6. So again, I'm going back to my planning. There's no calculation. It's a bit unfortunate that our opponent chose to play d4, but as you can see, it's all about maneuvering and planning your breakthroughs, your bullshit stuff like that. So now I think b6 is playable after b5. Now after takes, obviously I have takes with the knight or takes with the queen. It seems all good, taking this. But the thing I'm most worried about is b4. And after takes, he has the open file, but I can play something like bishop b7. So I think now's the time to play this. I'll try to calculate it a bit. And yes, we spent some time doing that, but all in all, we're getting hopefully closer to equality. He takes. So we can either take with the knight, we can take with the queen. I think it's best to take with the queen first off. Why? Because we're one, attacking a pawn. So we're at least doing something. Two, we're getting out of this pin. So that's both nice. So I didn't put that much thought into this calculation. I did not spot, which I should have done, because I didn't spot something like knight a5, things like that. Fortunately for us, our opponents did not go for these players, and now go again. Ooh, I want to play this, but I suddenly saw that this would be hanging. So I'm gonna go for a very classy bishop a6, and I sense that after the trades, this was the end of the variation, there's nothing going on. We get rid of the bishop. So yeah, and after knight a4 again, had to foresee this, but I did not. I just drop back and I keep an eye on the bishop just to be sure. Knight here, and then I just take. Here I also just take. We want to get rid of the bishop, I think. And I want to play c5. I cannot play it right now, so I have to prepare it. Let's play rook c1. And then we try to get our classical breakthrough. What we also can do is maybe play knight here, have a very nice knight in the center. Actually, I might like that even more than because I'm also opening up the bishop for potential c5s. I'm also preparing c5 doing this, so I don't need to play rook here. So, yeah. As you can see, we're still like not really calculating, as it's still the opening that it is. And yeah, again, we're fighting for the c5 square. It's a common breakthrough, the c5 or e5 in d4 openings. We simply play rook here or we play rook here. I think here is a bit of a, a lackluster move. Because here he goes back somewhere, probably here, and after takes. Okay, actually, what the hell is this move to begin with? Um, yeah, actually, this is not a bad move, but I felt like this was a better move. First off, what's the bishop doing here? Not really anything. Second off, we're preparing c5. Yeah. So I think both moves are fine, and it's really tit or tat. Let's just go for this. It was my first thought, and I thought both are fine because now I just take, and after, wait, take, and then I have e4. So I get the other breakthrough, which is also fairly good. We do trade off our really, really good knights. That's the downside. Or we don't. We keep it. He takes with bishop, and he wants to. Oh, yeah, this I missed. This I completely missed, this idea. So what about this? What about this? Queen b4. And if he goes here, yeah, this feels good. Queen b4, attacking the pawn and the knights. And if he takes, I take, and he has to move it again. After here, maybe here, here. But in the end, I take the pawn, right? Or not? I think so. I think so. Try to calculate it. I failed doing so. Yeah, getting low on time. Getting a bit low on time. We're on move 19. He's gonna play this. And I have to figure out what to do there. Here. Hmm. Also, I'm always turning this if the knight ever moves. Just to keep in mind. But I'm feeling like I can go here now. He's not really threatening anything. So I feel like I can just go here. Still threatening this pawn. If rook here, then he goes with the rook there. I don't care. And our plan will be something in lines of g5, g4. Okay, he moves there to protect the pawn, I'm guessing. And I guess he wants to maybe move over here. I think we'll simply put the rook behind the pawn here. Now nothing can really be attacked. This I take. Here, be my guess, I take this pawn. And everything seems quite okay. Quite okay. If he pushes, I take. He moves the knight in. He moves the knight in. Alright, so we can take, and take. That's a pawn. That's a solid pawn. I do not see why we should not go for that variation. And this is not Very dangerous looking. Goes there. He does have conquest over the open file, but if that's everything he has. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot about this. But it's okay. Quickly recover, and now we move on. Maybe knight here. Always starting this again. Blockading the pawns seems fine to me. Play a6 after. Yeah, solid position in my opinion. He goes here, goes for the kill. Goes for the kill. Hmm. He goes for the pawn. If I go here, he goes for this pawn. Let's be solid. Try to defend this one for now. But I did not foresee this, obviously. Maybe a better move would be... I'm not sure. Not quite sure. Okay, he has some threats like this, no? So now we just go back. That's my best guess. Attack this knight. Anytime it moves, we can also switch up here. Something in lines of that. Goes back. We go back. And I don't see... Yeah. So there was this one little moment where we calculated, but as you can see in these types of openings, we don't really tend to calculate that much, apparently. So I'm thinking, should we try to contest the knights? And I think so. So the knight here doing a great job being centralized, and we're gonna challenge this knight by simply posturing it here. He simply has no purpose, and then we're gonna go after this pawn, perhaps. If he doesn't take, we will. And yeah, we have to find a way to make our pieces active, because look at his position. Okay, now they're not connected anymore. It's not an open file anymore, but you know, they have been conquesting over this open file. So we need to do pretty much the same here. We need to, bam, fight for that. Fight for that thing. Now our plan is to make a king active without losing pawns. It goes here for this one. And we can simply trade off for a draw, or yeah, I think this is better, because if I take this one, he takes this one, he has this pass pawn. We do have this pass pawn in that case, actually. But now we have some more flexibility. We don't have to make choices right now. He does. He's getting sick of all the tension. And now we can even play this to really stop any progress here. And we just swoosh around with the king, hopefully, to get some type of advantage. His knight very inactive, and or king hopefully getting very active at some point in the game. He probably is going to play g4 here. Maybe I should have play h5 here, but I'm not sure what type of advantage that would have given. Maybe he wants to switch around like this now, which is a good plan. So now we are looking at this position, and we're looking to convert this advantage we have here. Oh, yeah, again, I forgot about this. Into another advantage here, but at the moment it's not looking too good. I think we have to play something like this here. Takes. He might play h5, which might be annoying. It's actually very annoying, but we might play this takes. Yeah, we have to not be too crazy here. There is one mating trick I have here up my sleeve. It's the only mating trick I have, and you can stop it with this. There's also this then. Yeah, is he getting mated here, actually? I think he's getting mated. Because he's in the middle of the board. He doesn't have anywhere to go at the moment. I have this threat, and I have this threat, and maybe he doesn't have any way stopping that. This also leads to mate, doesn't it? We can even choose here. This cannot go anywhere. And this same. Mate with pawn or mate with rook? I think with pawn was better. So, yeah, hectic game. Hectic game. But we won it in the end. Very nice. Let's analyze d4, knight f6, c4, e6. And here we went for a classic queen's gambit decline structure. Am I recording? Queen's decline structure, he plays the c5 line, intending for him to go like a queenside expansion. And we just try to simply, in a way, stop his plans. So nothing in any way is a calculation here. This also not really calculating, as you are just trying to stop his plans. And now here, well, in this scenario, we won't play b6, right? Stop this whole pawn chain, but we calculated here. So when we look for confrontation, we are calculating. And we're looking at the most critical line, like the most best line the opponent can give us. And the best line our opponent could give us was, I think, c6 here. At least it was very annoying. It might not have been good, but if I look at this position where the pawn is on c6, okay, we can grab it back. I just don't like the whole position. Look at how cramped my pieces are. Look at how active they are. Okay, we have ways of counteracting it, but it just doesn't look good. So we looked for the way, we calculated, and we looked why it didn't work. Why did it not work? Because of this, and we stopped it by playing c6. And oftentimes you get your right variation out of that. So here we have equalized. I got the sense that we equalized. Was pretty chilling here. Also here, I'm getting attacked. I need to calculate all the possible attacking continuations. Okay, I see knight here, I see knight here, I see this. And I just know for sure, okay, if I just go here, everything seems kind of chill. If he goes, for example, to this side, I just take, and I take here, probably, and everything is just chilling. So yeah, that's pretty much what I calculated. And now here, another moment of calculation. Why we are getting attacked? And we have two possible continuations. I think rook c8 is still really good because next thing you know, you're gonna play c5 and you're gonna totally control the center or something, or get some type of advantage with the bishop on the log diagonal. You do have some type of advantage. I mean, rook c3 is coming, something like that. But calculating was not so much an issue. It was more knowing what to do. And here we are sort of calculating because we are attacking again. We're looking for confrontation, and we concluded, maybe wrongly, that this would be quite beneficial to us. Where I first calculated something like this, which would be a bit slow. So I went for this immediately, which was not better, but you know, I think it got the job done. We did miss this, which I did talk about beforehand, that anytime this knight moves, I have this, and it's just something that you shouldn't forget. But yeah, here, too pawn hungry, still have this here. Always look for better. I looked for the pawn, and that was the unfortunate mistake I made. We got into quite drawish territory for quite some time, and here, I'm not quite sure how you should play this out. I think I just go here and here. I think that's pretty much the plan. And there's almost no way you can stop mates. Because I have this, and after any move, I have a mate. So yeah, think our opponent made a mistake of, autopiloting endgame principles. I do make this same mistake, because so I know, where you're just trying to get your king to the center, but with the rooks on the board, or knight and rooks on the board, the possibility of getting mated is immense. So yeah, maybe here he had a chance of going here, which might have been better. But the problem is that you blundered the pawn, so I think he just halted with that. Maybe moving the rook here first and then going out to hunt for some pawns is a better idea, but now I'm realizing there is no way to hunt the pawns because the only weak pawns I have are these, and it's not accessible for the king. So, in hindsight, we did have a better position. All right, so we got lucky with the time. Yeah, hope you guys liked the video, and see you guys next time.